if I can help somebody.
Hello, and welcome to our 2021 MLK virtual presentation. Dr. King spoke of a dream in which he laid the foundation. That dream was a call for brotherhood, justice, and equality for all, no matter the color of your skin. Though this dream seemed to be on the back burner, burning low, until the events of 2020 reignite the flame. It shows that we as a country still have a long way to come regarding race relations. Dr. King's dream was for us all to at least struggle together, pray together, go to jail together, and stand up for freedom together. Let us make this dream a reality. We already have the foundation. We know what the problem is. The question is and remains, what are we as a nation going to do to find a solution? Together, we are stronger.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. I'm Jennifer Gutowski, your Sava Hicks Director. Thank you so much for joining us for our virtual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. event. One of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s favorite quotes say, "The time is always right to do what is right." At the Southern Arizona VA, we are a high reliability organization where we strive to do what is right. One of the values of a high reliable organization is respect for people. Recently, we received the results of our fiscal year 20 all-employee survey data. This year, for the first time, we have specific questions that were on diversity and inclusion. This year, for example, we now know that 27% of you that answered the question that in the last year you have witnessed prejudice, bias, microaggression, or discrimination. That is not okay, and it is clear our journey needs to continue to improve the respect and the tolerance that we have for one another and the veterans we serve. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s life work and legacy still resonate today. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. proclaimed that we have the power to make our civilization better, and I believe in that. And I believe that we have the power, each and every one of us, to continue to make the Southern Arizona VA better. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" And as we watch this tribute to the late, great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., I ask you to think about what each of us can do to improve the Southern Arizona VA and ensure we are a place where everyone feels welcomed and respected. And I encourage each and every one of you to become part of the change. You can join our diversity committee, participate in special emphasis programs and events such as this one. You can also become part of our employee engagement committee. You can send your ideas to Barbara Dykes, our EEO manager, Ryan Tiffany, our chair of our employee engagement committee, or feel free to reach out to me and send me an email. Let me know what we can do to continue to make the Southern Arizona VA the very best place. Thank you for what you do every day for our veterans and for each other.
I have the pleasure to present to you Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was born as Michael King Jr. on January 15, 1929, in Atlanta, Georgia. However, his father changed their first names to Martin and added Luther to his name as well as his son's name as a tribute to Martin Luther, who was a Protestant leader in Germany in the 16th century. Dr. King grew up as the son of a leading minister in Atlanta, Georgia, Dr. Reverend Martin Luther King Sr. His mother, Miss Alberta Williams King, assisted her husband in the care of his congregation. Because of their efforts and interests in behalf of the congregation and the community, his parents were known as Mama and Daddy King. His community, centered on Auburn Avenue in Atlanta, also influenced him. By the 1930s, when he was a child, it was the center of business and social life in Black Atlanta and a major center for the Black Southeast. The community was so successful that nationwide it was known as Sweet Auburn. The residential neighborhoods of the community, and especially the one where Dr. King was born, were known for the diversity of the backgrounds of the residents. He went to school at David T. Howard Elementary, 3 blocks from his home. He attended the Butler Street YMCA down Auburn Avenue. When the family moved to the house on Boulevard, he was attending Booker T. Washington High School. In 1941, Daddy King moved the family to a brick home. Here, Dr. King continued his development and education until he graduated from Morehouse College in 1948. After graduation, he left for graduate work at Crozer Theological Seminary, then in Chester, Pennsylvania. He became pastor at the Dexter Avenue Baptist Church in Montgomery, Alabama in 1954 and served there until 1960. From 1960 until 1968, he was co-pastor with his father of Ebenezer Baptist Church on Auburn Avenue, where his grandfather, Reverend A.D. Williams, had also been pastor. Starting with the Montgomery bus boycott in 1955 to 1956, Dr. King was the foremost leader of the civil rights movement. His dedication to the tactics of nonviolent resistance led to successful campaigns in Montgomery, Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama, and Selma, Alabama, as well as encouraging African Americans throughout the South to campaign for their own freedom. After 1965, he expanded his work to include actions in the North, opposition to the war in Vietnam, and planning for a campaign to aid poor people.
If I could help somebody as I pass alone.
Let us not wallow in the valley of despair. I say to you today, my friends, so even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream.
I have a dream
That one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
I have a dream
That one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood.
I have a dream
That one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice.
I have a dream
That my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted. Every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountains of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning.
My country, tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And so let freedom ring. From the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire, let freedom ring. From the mighty mountains of New York, let freedom ring. From the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania, let freedom ring. From the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado, let freedom ring. From the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring. And when this happens, and when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
If I could help somebody as I pass along, if I could cheer somebody with a word or even a song, if I can tell somebody that he's traveling wrong, that my living shall not be, it won't be in vain, then my living shall not be in vain. My living shall not be in vain. Ooh, if I could help just one somebody as they're traveling throughout the land, then my living, oh, your living, Martin Luther King, your living, it was not in vain.
I ran
In closing, it's time to make the dream a reality as the fight continues. It's everyone's responsibility to live and fight for racial and social equality in this country. Thank you for watching.
Martin Luther King, he had a dream.